We are living in a time where attention has become one of the most valuable resources in the world. Not money, not fame, not even time itself, but attention. Because where your attention goes, your life follows. And yet, most people are losing control of it every single day. Think about it. How many times have you picked up your phone just to check one thing, and suddenly, an hour is gone? How often do you sit down to do something important, only to get distracted within minutes? How many times have you told yourself, "I'll focus later," but later never comes? This is not an accident. You are not weak. You are not lazy. You are simply living in a world that is designed to distract you. Every app, every notification, every piece of content is competing for one thing: your attention. And the more time you spend reacting to distractions, the less time you spend building your future. But here is the truth that most people ignore: focus is not something you find. It is something you create. And if you learn how to create it, you gain a massive advantage in life. Focus is the ability to direct your attention toward what truly matters and keep it there, even when everything around you is trying to pull you away. It is the foundation of productivity, creativity, learning, and success. Without focus, even the most talented person will struggle. With focus, even an average person can achieve extraordinary results. The problem is not that people don't want to focus. The problem is that they don't know how to protect their attention. Your mind is constantly being pulled in different directions. Notifications, messages, videos, noise, thoughts, worries, plans. It never stops. And if you do not take control of it, it will control you. The first step to staying focused in a distracted world is understanding that distraction is not just external. It is also internal. Yes, your phone can distract you. Social media can distract you. But so can your own thoughts. Overthinking, worrying, daydreaming, self-doubt, these are all distractions too. So if you want to master focus, you need to learn how to manage both your environment and your mind. Let's start with your environment. Your environment plays a huge role in your ability to focus. If you are surrounded by distractions, it becomes much harder to stay on track. Imagine trying to study in a room where people are talking loudly, music is playing, and your phone keeps buzzing. It is not impossible to focus, but it requires a lot more effort. Now imagine a different environment. A clean, quiet space. No notifications. No interruptions. Just you and your work. Which one do you think will help you focus better? The answer is obvious. So one of the simplest ways to improve your focus is to remove unnecessary distractions from your environment. Turn off notifications. Put your phone away. Close unnecessary tabs. Create a space where your mind can settle and concentrate. You don't need a perfect environment. You just need a better one. But even in the best environment, your mind can still wander. That is where mental discipline comes in. Your mind naturally seeks stimulation. It wants something new, something exciting, something easy. That is why it is so easy to scroll, to switch tasks, to get distracted. Focus, on the other hand, often requires doing things that are not immediately exciting. It requires patience. It requires effort. And that is why focus is a skill. Just like going to the gym strengthens your body, practicing focus strengthens your mind. Every time you resist the urge to check your phone, you are training your brain. Every time you bring your attention back to your task, you are building mental strength. It may feel difficult at first, but over time, it gets easier. One powerful technique to build focus is to work in focused intervals. Instead of trying to focus for hours, start small. Set a timer for 25 minutes. During those 25 minutes, give your full attention to one task. No distractions. No multitasking. When the timer ends, take a short break. Then repeat. This method works because it makes focus manageable. It trains your brain to concentrate for short periods, and gradually, those periods become longer. Another important concept is single tasking. Most people think they are good at multitasking. But the truth is, multitasking is just switching between tasks quickly. And every time you switch, your brain loses efficiency. You are not doing multiple things at once. You are dividing your attention. And divided attention leads to lower quality work, more mistakes, and less progress. Focus thrives on simplicity. One task, one goal, one direction. When you focus on one thing at a time, you give it your full energy. You go deeper. You produce better results. This is where real progress happens. Another major obstacle to focus is instant gratification. We are used to getting things quickly. Entertainment, information, rewards, all instantly available. This conditions your brain to expect quick results. But meaningful work does not always give immediate rewards. Sometimes it feels slow. Sometimes it feels boring. And that is where most people give up. They switch to something easier, something more stimulating, something that gives them instant satisfaction. But every time you choose instant gratification over long-term progress, you weaken your ability to focus. The solution is not to eliminate pleasure, it is to delay it. Train yourself to earn your distractions. Do your work first, then reward yourself. This simple habit can completely change your relationship with focus. Another key to staying focused is clarity. It is hard to focus when you don't know what you are supposed to be doing. If your goals are unclear, your mind will wander. If your tasks are vague, you will procrastinate. Clarity creates direction. Before you start your day, take a few minutes to decide what matters most. What is the one thing you need to accomplish? What are your priorities? Write them down. Make them specific. When you know exactly what you need to do, it becomes much easier to focus. Because now, your mind has a target. And focus is simply attention with a target. Let's also talk about energy. Focus is not just about discipline. It is also about energy. If you are tired, stressed, or overwhelmed, it becomes much harder to concentrate. Your brain does not have the resources it needs to stay engaged. That is why taking care of your body is essential for focus. Sleep is important. Nutrition is important. Movement is important. When your body feels good, your mind works better. You don't need to be perfect. But small improvements in your energy can make a big difference in your ability to focus. Another powerful habit is mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being present. Most of the time, your mind is either thinking about the past or worrying about the future. Rarely is it fully focused on the present moment. But focus exists only in the present. So when you train your mind to stay present, you improve your ability to concentrate. A simple way to practice this is through breathing. Take a moment. Close your eyes. Focus on your breath. Notice the sensation of air entering and leaving your body. Your mind will wander. That is normal. When it does, gently bring it back to your breath. This simple exercise trains your attention. And the more you practice it, the easier it becomes to control your focus in other areas of your life. Another important aspect of focus is learning to say no. Every time you say yes to something, you are saying no to something else. If you say yes to distractions, you are saying no to your goals. If you say yes to comfort, you are saying no to growth. Protect your time. Protect your energy. Protect your attention. You do not have to do everything. You just have to do what matters. And sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is say no. Let's also address procrastination. Procrastination is not just laziness. It is often a response to discomfort. When a task feels difficult, overwhelming, or boring, your brain tries to avoid it. It looks for something easier. But avoidance only makes the problem worse. The longer you delay, the heavier the task feels. The solution is to start small. Break the task into smaller pieces. Focus on the first step. Just begin. Once you start, momentum builds. And momentum makes focus easier. Another powerful strategy is to create routines. When something becomes a habit, it requires less mental effort. You don't have to think about it. You just do it. So instead of relying on motivation, build routines that support focus. Have a specific time for deep work. A specific place. A specific process. over time, your brain will associate that routine with focus, and it will become easier to get into the zone. Let's talk about the concept of deep work. Deep work is the ability to focus without distraction on a cognitively demanding task. This is where the highest level of productivity happens. This is where you create, learn, and improve at the fastest rate. But deep work requires effort. It requires discipline. It requires eliminating distractions. And that is why it is so valuable. Because most people are not willing to do it. If you can develop the ability to work deeply, you will stand out. You will produce better results in less time. You will make progress faster than those who are constantly distracted. And over time, that difference becomes massive. Another important idea is that focus is not about being perfect. You will get distracted. Your mind will wander. That is normal. The key is not to avoid distraction completely, but to recover quickly. When you notice that your attention has drifted, bring it back. Again and again. That is the practice. That is how you improve. Do not get frustrated with yourself. Do not give up. Every time you bring your focus back, you are getting stronger. Focus is like a muscle, and every repetition counts. Let's also talk about the emotional side of focus. Sometimes, the reason you can't focus is not because of distractions, but because of how you feel. Stress, anxiety, self-doubt, these can all interfere with your ability to concentrate. When your mind is overwhelmed, it is hard to stay present. So part of staying focused is learning how to manage your emotions. Take breaks when you need to. Talk to someone. Write down your thoughts. Do not ignore your feelings. But do not let them control you either. Balance is important. Finally, remember this, focus is a choice. You may not control everything around you, but you can control where you place your attention. Every moment you have a choice. To focus or to drift. To build or to consume. To move forward or to stay stuck. And those choices shape your life. The world will continue to get more distracting. That is not going to change. But you can. You can train your mind. You can build discipline. You can take control of your attention. And when you do, you unlock a level of clarity, productivity, and purpose that most people never experience. So do not wait for the perfect moment. Start now. Start small. Choose one task. Remove distractions. Focus. And then do it again tomorrow. Because the more you practice, the stronger you become. And one day, staying focused will not feel like a struggle. It will feel natural. It will feel powerful. It will feel like control. If you made it this far, it means you are serious about improving your focus and taking control of your life. And that already puts you ahead of most people. So don't stop here. Take action on what you've learned. Apply it. Practice it. Make it part of your daily routine. And if this video helped you in any way, make sure you support the channel. Like this video so more people can find it. Turn on notifications so you never miss powerful content like this. And subscribe to the channel to stay consistent on your journey of growth, discipline, and focus. Your future depends on what you do with your attention.